Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
The other day, I walked into Tish Muller's office, and it was a pretty lady sitting there, and I was introduced to her, and it turns out she's running for office to be a judge. Denise Dymond Lynn is in the studio, and the first thing I said to her, "Well, you're a pretty judge." And then I said to Robin, was that wrong to say that? Is it okay to say things like that to a judge? Tomorrow you become a judge, right?
I sure hope so.
So good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm wonderful. Thank you.
You're an Air Force veteran. That's cool.
Yes, sir. I was listening on my way over here, and there was a gentleman on before me that talked about not wanting to fix airplanes. I was so upset.
Well, because he couldn't fly them.
Well, I understand, but
he wanted to fly them if he could fix them.
I could do much better fixing airplanes than I can cars.
So tell me about yourself. You're an attorney.
Yes, sir.
And you said you worked as a magistrate?
Yes, I have been very fortunate the last 6 years to serve as a magistrate for some 5 counties. I'm appointed to that position by the Board of County Commissioners and school board members that make up the Value Adjustment Board. So I serve the counties as their magistrate. I hear property tax appeals. So I listen to witnesses, take in evidence, enter orders, and then those are brought before the board for final approval.
So is that the best training ground for somebody who wants to become a judge?
I think it's certainly valuable experience because I'm already having to deal with opposing sides, sitting as a neutral third party. And so I think that will definitely be very beneficial to my services as a judge.
And as a judge, what kind of cases, this may seem like a dumb question, but I don't know the answer, so I guess I'll ask it. What kind of cases would you hear? All of them? Like every kind of case there is? Or how is that determined?
I'm glad you asked that because so many voters have asked me that over the past 6 or 8 months that I've been doing this. In Florida, we have several levels of courts. We have the trial court level, which is the county court or the circuit court, and then we have the appellate level, which is the district courts of appeals, and then the Florida Supreme Court, of course. I'm running for a position as a circuit court judge, and in the circuit court, we hear any matter where the amount in controversy is over $15,000, all felonies, all family law, probate, estate, and trust cases, anything dealing with real property and felonies, anything less than $15,000, and then misdemeanors and some other uncontested divorce, uncontested dissolution of marriage. Those things are in the county court.
Okay. And the cases that you try could be jury cases or non-juried, is that right?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Okay. And are the non-juried ones like that case we heard in South Africa, the runner, the Blade Runner? There was no jury. I guess that's how their country does it.
Completely different there, yes. And that type of charge here would be a jury trial. But we do a lot of bench trials. All of the property tax cases that are heard solely by the judge in a bench trial. Also, all family law matters are dealt with by the judge. Dependency, delinquency, those types of cases are all at bench trials. So.
Oh, okay. Is it usually cut and dried, or do you usually have to listen carefully to the two sides?
Absolutely have to listen very carefully to the sides and consider everything that's presented. I know that oftentimes litigants and my clients over the years have been very frustrated because they felt like they didn't get an ample opportunity to present their case. And so one of the things that I will strive to do as a judge is make sure that everyone feels like they've had ample opportunity, that they've presented all of the witnesses that they wanted to present, and that after reviewing all of that information, the live testimony and the documentary evidence, that I would carefully consider all of that before making a decision.
I think the public at large wants to elect judges that will make sure that the bad guys go to jail and the good guys don't. That's how I think we, the general public, looks at it, right? And then if you get to a point where you get a ticket or something like that, you keep, I hope this is a lenient judge. So we want a hard-nosed judge when it's somebody else, and we want a lenient judge when it's us, right? Does that sound right?
That sounds like what I've heard out there on the campaign trail. Yes, sir. Because it seems like whenever I meet a new voter, they'll say to me, now remember this face, remember me if I come before you, and my typical answer to them is I will treat you fairly, just the same as everyone else.
I'm going to vote for you, but don't forget, I voted for you.
And I certainly don't make any promises in that regard, except that I will treat everyone fairly and treat everyone the same.
So what are you looking forward to? Let's assume that you win tomorrow. Life will change for you a lot or not much?
Significantly.
Yeah,
I have a private practice now. I've been practicing for about 17 years, and my office over there in Inverness, so of course I will have to close that down, and that will be quite an undertaking because I do have a large client list now, and making sure that all of my clients are well taken care of, since as a judge you're not allowed to have any private cases. So that will be a significant undertaking for me. My clients have been wonderful throughout this process and understanding. I think some of them want this just as bad as I do for me. They believe in me and believe that I'll do a good job. So that will definitely be significant change. And of course, just moving my office that's been there for so many years and having to go to a different place to work every day will be different.
And may I ask where you live? Not your address, I mean.
Yes. I live in Citrus County. I've been there since 1997.
Because my mom lived in Beverly Hills, and her attorney was in Inverness. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. I don't live actually in the city limits of Inverness. I did serve there as their city attorney for about 6 years a while ago, but I don't actually live within the city limits. I live outside in the unincorporated areas of Citrus. But my office is in downtown Inverness.
And when you are a judge, do you... will you always be judging in the Citrus County courthouse, or would it be any courthouse in the district, or how does that work?
There are 32 circuit judges in the Fifth Circuit, and those are scattered among the 5 counties. So I would say on a regular basis, I would be going to work every day at the Citrus County Courthouse. However, if something should arise and I am needed to do something in another county, certainly we can do that. As circuit judges, we can rotate among the counties within the Fifth. But it would be an unusual circumstance for me to go anywhere else. It would have to be, some type of a conflict or something, or extreme workloads or something like that.
It's a different kind of a campaign. All the judges, it's a different kind of a campaign. Are there legal reasons why we don't hear the same kind of rhetoric from a candidate running for judge as we do from a candidate running for any other office?
Yes. We have, not only do we run nonpartisan, so of course that makes things difficult to get your message out because you don't have any party sort of helping you get your message out. So that's very different. And some folks don't appreciate that. They don't appreciate that we're nonpartisan, and that sometimes we're met with resistance because if folks don't know us personally, sometimes if we're identified with one party or another, I think that some voters think that, well, at least if she's a this or a that, then I can know where her thought process is.
Which isn't always true anyway.
Agreed, but sometimes we do meet resistance, and that makes the campaigning somewhat difficult. So that's one end of it. The other end is that we cannot make promises, or we cannot speak to prejudging an issue. So, for example, when I ran into a voter the other day who said to me, well, I have a case pending before such and such a court, what is your thoughts on this specific issue? And it was an issue that this person was experiencing, and I said, well, I appreciate your question, but I can't answer anything like that. So we're not allowed to prejudge things. We're not allowed to give our personal opinions about things, and I believe that's the way it should be. I don't think that any individual judge should use the bench or their position to pursue their personal agendas. We have laws, we have the Constitution, and I believe in an interpretation of the Constitution that doesn't permit personal influences into that.
Denise, I really wanted to meet you this way and chat with you longer, but we're almost out of time, and I want to make sure you have a minute to give like a campaign spiel. If you have anything, you want to do something like that? We got 1 minute and 3 seconds. 1
minute. Well, we usually get 2, but I just think it's important for the voters to understand that this race is extremely important. They will find on their ballot 7 appellate judges that are up for retention. Those are the yes/no judges. They'll be voting yes or no, but please get through all of those 7 judges and please get to our race, which is all the way at the bottom after all those yes/no judges. My race is very important. We will be making very important decisions about the children and families in our community, and please don't take the responsibility lightly. Please get out and vote, study the candidates, know our positions, and know where our heart is when it comes to the children and families of your community.
And just so you know, as listeners, Denise Dymond Lynn is who you're listening to. Denise Dymond Lynn. Denise, thanks for coming in. Nice to meet you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Getting to know you. I have so many more questions. I'll have to ask you another time.
Y'all have a good day and get out and vote tomorrow, please.
Go vote, yes. We'll take I heard that half of the people who will vote have already voted.
In my 5 counties, over 203,000 people have already voted.
Wow. Thank you, Denise.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunny to partly cloudy today and pleasant this afternoon. High 71 to 75. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Lows ranging from the 50s inland to about 64 on the coast. Tomorrow, sunshine, some clouds, and becoming warmer. There may be a shower in spots along the coast. The high tomorrow 77 to 81. For Wednesday, more southern clouds. There can be a spotty morning shower along the coast. The high 80 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Dan, did you know that the runway at Ocala's airport is nearly 8,000 feet long?
Why, no, Brad. I did not. Please, tell me more about said runway.
Seriously, it's a big airport.
Yeah, I kind of knew that. So what's your point?
Well, just that most people don't even realize there's an airport, much less one that's big enough for Air Force One to land.
And
that Ocala Aviation is based at Ocala International Airport.
so why are you telling me?
So that you can help me get the word out that Ocala Aviation has a fleet of airplanes and it's here for them to learn to fly.
And how do you propose we get said message across to so many people at once?
We should put an ad on a good radio station, but yours will do.
Very funny. Well, what do you want to say?
That we offer private, instrument, and even commercial training, all right here in Ocala. They don't even have to go anywhere else. They can do it all right here.
Nope, never work.
Well, then give them the number to call with any questions.
I can't even remember your number.
Yes, you do. 861-7484. How hard is that?
Okay, I'll call you next week and we'll get it started.
Can you remember the number this time?
Yes, 861-7484.
Good boy.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service